there's the man, the myth, legend.
Sorry, my computer's running a little slow, guys.
All right. I'm going to get ready and get this thing started and kicked off. Want to thank everybody that showed up and is listening in. Our plan is to do one more of these before the season kicks off, probably right around the Novi Boat Show, either before or after. We do have the National Freedom Franchise Conference coming up here in February, so we'll have some more information to share with you in March. But, kind of like to introduce our team. Jared Irwin is our general manager. Sean Began is our chief operating officer. Taylor Kane is our assistant general manager. Adam Suarez is the operations manager responsible for handling all 50 plus boats that we had last season. And then we have Travis Roy, most of you know, is our social media director. With that said, I'm going to turn it over to Jared to start, and we're going to let this thing go. And our plan is everybody's going to talk a little bit, and then I'm going to wrap it up with an overall presentation of the company. But with that, this is Jared Irwin. Many of you know him. Many of you signed up as members with Jared. I promoted him to our general manager position 2 years ago, and I put a lot of responsibility on his plate. And he's really taken off, in terms of accepting accountability for his position. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy what he has to say. Jared, go ahead.
So first off, just want to say thank you to everyone that's come on, and I am extremely honored, and it's super exciting to see, what the clubs came to be since I've been around. I started on the docks in 2020, sending out a lot of members, and with Steve's buy-in and my buy-in and the team's buy-in, we've honestly had such a surreal opportunity to grow this club, interact with local businesses, and just keep delivering an awesome experience for our members. And, we really just our whole entire team is so focused on taking this thing and keeping on leveling it up, along with the global scale that we see Freedom has come to have around the world, around the country, locally here in Michigan. And I really appreciate the team that we've built here. And all of us are just so focused on continuing to improve upon this experience and just continue to over deliver for all of the members and the members to come. We always ask that you guys continue to spread the good news about the club, and tell your friends, tell your family, and get them to join us, and or at least expose them to us. Bring them out on the boats with you. Show them the power of freedom, as you will, as the slide says. We had a great quote from the owner of Browns, Bill Fritz, who has grown up on this lake as well, and actually was the founder of Jobby Nooner, that Freedom Boat Club has had the largest positive economical impact to the local community than any other business on Lake St. Clair. And we couldn't do that without our members. And so we're just really happy to be here. I know the team's extremely excited to continue to grow with us. And we can't appreciate Steve enough for taking the risk, starting this business, and to be involved, with all of you on a day-to-day basis. So as you guys well know, more members means more boats. So with that said, please tell your friends, tell your family, get those referrals into the club. The people that do that, they know you get free months off as you bring members into our club, and we really appreciate it. Couple announcements that I have, some nuances of the club is that we are starting, and you can hit the next slide. Thanks, Taylor. We are the Freedom Boat Club at large is going to begin implementing a requirement that you must have the NASBLA certification, NASBLA. We say NASBLA certification. We do have the links. You guys will all receive these links in our newsletter this month, so that you can go and get NASBLA certified. It's an online free boater safety course that's going to start becoming required across the country, across all Freedom Boat Clubs across the world. So proactively, we want to get ahead of this. We are going to begin to require this starting this year. And so we're going to ask all members and require all members to become NOSBLA certified, so you don't run into roadblocks when you travel reciprocally and stuff like that, and last minute have to get it done. I was one of these people. I went to the dock in Florida and said, hey, I'm here for my reservation. And they said, do you have a NOSBLA certification? And I didn't. So I had to go and sit for an hour and take the course. It was actually an hour and a half before I could actually go on my boat outing. So proactively, we will get you guys these links in our newsletter, and they'll be there for you to go and get that done because it will be required, across all Freedom Boat Clubs. Additionally, I always mention our Peace of Mind program that we have in place, and we have tons of people that do the Peace of Mind program. It saved them a ton of money in situations where you might damage a prop or damage a skeg or scratches on the boat, stuff like that. We really want to encourage our members to take advantage of this program that we have, because it can save you a lot of money down the line. As much experience as we all have boating, accidents do happen and things happen. So I just encourage you guys to reach out if you don't already know about the Peace of Mind program, or you're not a Peace of Mind member. It's a really comprehensive way to just alleviate. That's why we call it the Peace of Mind, because that's exactly what it gives you. So with that being said, I just like to thank everybody. I'm super honored to still be involved with the club, still be in the seat to sign a bunch of the members up, your family, your friends that you send over to us. And I can't wait to get out this year and see all of the smiling faces on the docks again, and continue to just over deliver and impress all of the members that we have. Again, it's an honor to be here, and we are here at your guys' disposal. Please, anything that we can do to help, that's what we're here for. The team is eager to help. The team is eager to improve. And we just want to keep this thing climbing in the right direction. And it starts with you guys. And we can't thank all of our members enough for the support that we've seen and that we'll continue to get over time. And there's super, super exciting things coming, brand new boats every year, and new marinas, new locations. And so we just can't wait for boating season 2024. And with that being said, I thank you all. And I'm going to pass it over to our newest executive management team member, Sean, who has really changed the game for all of us and all of you as members to streamline a lot of the operations of the club. And without further ado, Sean, please take it from here.
How's it going, guys? Jared, can you mute yourself, please?
Yep.
Thank you. I've had the pleasure to meet some of you over the summer. I started last May, I'm sorry. And I've had the great pleasure of meeting a handful of you guys, and I look forward to continuing to meet more members as this next season comes. Plenty of new things coming up this year. We're very excited. We've been working very hard. And some of the stuff we're not able to tell you about yet, but we're very excited to tell you about it. But just an introduction to what I do, what my main roles here at the club are. First and foremost, I'm in charge of all things finance, accounting, member billing, that kind of stuff, amongst a ton of other responsibilities that have been bestowed upon me. Some stuff I just signed up for, but this is my main task. This is, I'm hearing an echo. Okay, cool. So sorry about that. But yeah, my main service to you guys as members is the member billing portion. So you guys can contact me anytime via email. It's down below in the screen here. I'm sure Taylor put it in the chat as well. But general account changes, billing addresses, stuff like that, anything you need to update, account upgrades, account transfers, that kind of stuff. Any sort of, what's this charge or this, I'm sure once we get into the regular season, you guys have field questions, you guys can send those to my email, and Peace of Mind enrollment, stuff like that. With all that said, I do want to address a couple things that we have going on currently in the club and the changes that we're making. All good changes, nothing drastic, nothing crazy. We're not doing a new reservation system or anything like that. Very little requirement on your end, but it's good that you guys know. First of all, we brought in a new billing system. It's called Chargeover. I'm sure maybe some of you guys have noticed that you're receiving more emails, different emails about your account status, your account billing, stuff like that. What this new system has allowed us to do is kind of be more proactive about a lot of things as far as your accounts go. When a credit card expires, maybe I've dealt with a lot of you guys who had to cancel credit cards for fraudulent purchases and had to put a new one on. I know it's a pain. You got to re-add all your subscriptions onto the new card, right? So our system is able to kind of tell you guys that automatically and then give you the option within that email to immediately change your payment method. Of course, you guys can still contact me. I can get those links pushed out to you almost immediately to do that stuff if you do overlook an email or don't receive it. On top of that, in your current member billing portal, before you guys were allowed to self-serve and change your payment information for your monthly dues, temporarily, you guys aren't going to be able to do that just because we're going through some system changes and new integrations. So we got some stuff still happening on the old system, some stuff's happening on the new system. So in the interim, just contact us. We're able to do it very simply. Again, my email is down below. Hopefully somewhere mid-season, we're going to be able to address that and it'll be in the same member billing portal. You'll still be able to change your fuel and dockside payment methods yourself. Of course, if you need help doing that, I'm still here to assist with that via phone or email. No problem. The last thing I want to address as far as accounting and finance stuff for you guys is I still get a lot of calls and emails about it around the first of the month. The $12 credit card fee. This is something that we notified the entire club about back last June, and we implemented it in October. Unfortunately, because of merchant fees and all the stuff that they pass on to us, we have to pass it on to you guys because it's just too much for us to absorb. It's a $12 fee a month if you guys opt to use your credit card to pay for your monthly dues. You can avoid that by doing an automated ACH draw from your checking or savings account. If this is something you'd like to do, feel free to shoot me an email. I'm just going to shoot you a payment link. You can change it yourself. It's super easy and it avoids that $12 fee. If you guys don't mind it, you want to continue to use your credit card for that added level of protection, totally understand. Just know that that $12 fee is going to apply. Other than that, I don't have anything else for you guys. I just want to continue to stress I'm here for you guys to help, again, mainly with billing concerns, but anything at all you guys have questions or concerns about, I'm here to help. I love talking to members, and I am extremely excited for the 2024 season and excited to see you guys all out on the boats at the new marina and all that. So with that said, I'm going to hand it over to Adam Suarez. He is our director of operations, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that makes it all happen, manages all of our fleet, deals with all of the dirty work, and always does it with a smile on his face. So Adam, take it away.
Thanks, Sean. I'm Adam. I've been a part of ops since 2020. This is my second season as the ops manager for the club. A quick little fleet update. Last season, we ended with about 52 boats. We're hoping to be around that number this season. Right now, the team is currently working on servicing, cleaning, repairing any damages, basically shining up tunes, wheel and scratches, servicing engines, electrical repairs, etc. The list goes on and on. We have one of the nicest fleets in the country. We want to keep the boats tip-top shape for another great season. As far as the new marina goes, we have lots of repairs and updates going on. It's an older marina. It needs a good bit of work, but we're getting really close to where we want to be with it. With that comes access to our own equipment and facility. It's been an absolute game changer. We can easily pull, clean, service, repair, store boats now even. It's going to completely change the way we function in the future. Nice, clean, shiny boats. That's top of the list. Having a hoist in our backyard completely, makes it super easy. The ice is melting and we're getting jumpy. It was 55 degrees today. Being that we're not even halfway through February, nothing's a guarantee. But it looks like we're getting close to being able to pull boats and start unwrapping them. We have lots of work to do before the warmer weather, but I am ready to enjoy some sunshine, catch some fish, and I'm looking forward to another great season. Can't wait to see you all out on the water.
And with that said, thank you, Adam. Now, the man, the myth, legend, Travis Roy, take it over, my friend. This is our social media director that's changed the direction of our club in a very short period of time.
What's up, everybody? First off, I want to say thank you so much for being here, and also thank you so much for engaging and being a part of this journey that we've been on, trying to grow our club and our reputation around the lake and the world as well. Social media is important, and we have made that known because of the impact that we've been able to make in our community, because of how much we're able to network and showcase everything that we do in the club. We're able to do things like the hazard mitigation team that allows us to unify the community and bring safety to the lake. We're able to do training videos that shows other people how to be better boaters, which keeps everyone safe because we care about our members and the rest of the boaters on Lake St. Clair. And we're able to impact the restaurants and other local businesses because we give them awareness that allows other people to go there. And there's people, because of the way that we're growing, even from our reciprocal users outside of the Freedom Boat Club Lake St. Clair, that come to our lake and check out our social media. And from it, they're able to see, hey, let's go to this place because it got a great review and different stuff like that. One of the things that we do is Meal Monday, and we were able to do the hook in St. Clair Shores, which is first year being open was this year. And Meal Monday is basically, if you haven't seen it before, we go to local waterfront business areas and promote them and say, hey, this is what they have going on. And one of the posts that we were able to do, the post got 110,000 views. That was our most viewed Meal Monday. And now we're also looking into how we can continue to grow with these different businesses. We also do the boating safety stuff. So when it comes to like us posting safety videos of docking, our most watched reel got 573,000 views. And we just can, and the list goes on, and all these videos and all these posts just come down to one thing, and it's just to help the team and help the club make an impact in the community. And I just want to ask that everyone who's listening, if you can make sure that you're following us on all of our platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. And it's important that you do that because I noticed that there's less people in the band app recently. So if you need to stay along somehow, it's important for you to be following one of these so you don't miss out on anything. We're always, like I said, we're always posting the safety stuff so you can learn something that's going to allow you to be a better boater. And the more that you help with the engagement in our posts, it's going to allow us to grow as a company, which means that we'll have more members, which means more boats, which means a better experience for you guys. And if you're ever on the water or doing something that involves Freedom Boat Club and you post about it, please tag us so that we can repost you and just continue to just blow up this big thing that we have going on. And then we can talk about Meal Monday. So last year, we were able to travel to 29 different restaurants and showcase them on our page. And this has allowed us to build the reputations at these places. So if we continue to do this, we're going to be able to have more member events at these places. And it's just awesome to know about where you live about, right? So if you know about these different restaurants and the history of them, it seems like a better time for everyone. Thank you, guys.
And I just want to take a moment and to recognize what Travis has done for our business. And many of you know he was working as a dockhand, obtained his captain's license. Then in November of 2022, took over the role of the social media director of our company. And he changed the trajectory of the way our company's viewed in the community. And it was not just recognized locally here, but also nationally through Freedom Corporate, through the Freedom Franchise Network, locally, nationally, and globally. is, in a very short period of time, Travis started out in November 2022. By February 2022, our company was recognized out of 76 franchise companies. Many of these companies have $1 million plus budget for marketing. He took us to the Marketing Brand Champion of the Year award. And the numbers that he's put up are just staggering, as we're going to continue to go through some of these as we go. But he was honored. Brunswick brought him in as their social media director for the new company that we've started called Boat Class. He was recently promoted to serve on the marketing council for the Freedom Boat Club. I mean, that's a national, global group that he is a key part of that. He'll be working with the marketing people, with Brunswick and with Freedom, as well as many of the companies around the country. But, all I can say is job well done, Travis. And my guess is we might be up for a couple of awards when we hit the Freedom Conference this year. Now, next up is Taylor Kane. Many of you know her. I refer to her as our secret weapon and a ball of sunshine. She keeps our group organized. She is the one that is, ready, willing, and able every day to, do what needs to be done to make your boating experience better. She started our women's organization, and it just blew up. With that said, Taylor, take it over.
Thank you, Stephen. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone is having a good winter and hopefully using some of the reciprocal locations, staying warm. I'm coming on here to just talk about the Lake St. Clair Freedom Women. This past summer, I've been with the club for 4 seasons now, but this past summer I've had the opportunity to take over events. And one of the wonderful things I've had the opportunity of doing is creating the Lake St. Clair Freedom Women. Now, if you haven't heard of us, it's just a group for the ladies in the club, whether you like to drive the boats or you're a passenger. We invite you and your friends to all of our events. We've had some wonderful events over the summer, including a meet and greet where we had a question and answer with Captain Karen. We had the Clinton River Cruise, which we took up to Octopus Beer Gardens. We also had a day on the bay where the ladies also got to spend the day swimming and hanging out with each other. And then the last one we did was the docking day, which I would say was very successful. It's awesome to get to see these ladies come together and share their stories with each other. And a lot of women think they can't do it at first because the boating industry is male dominant, but I would say that we are changing that. And as you can see right here, we actually were on the, I believe it was the Macomb Daily. If it was not the Macomb Daily, it was some news article that we were in after our second event at the Clinton River Cruise. And you can see us down there. After that, we were contacted by Fox 2's News Detroit about women boating more. So if you want to check that out, we are on Fox 2 News. We have some wonderful members who were able to join us as well as Captain Karen, getting to talk about how awesome the club is. So we look forward to more events this summer. And if you haven't came to one of our events, please do. We welcome all and your friends, of course. If you are not part of our band, please do. These 2 QR codes, you can scan them right now. I'll have Stephen just wait 1 second before he switches the screen so that you can get either part of our Lake St. Clair member page where we post all of our events. Sometimes members will go in there and ask questions about their reciprocal uses and things like that. We also have club updates, and it's just a great community to be a part of. You can just download it right on the App Store. The other one is for the Lake St. Clair Freedom Women. I post all of our women's events in there along with our other events. So that's just a good thing to be a part of. The last thing I want to touch on is reciprocal usage. I know that we are still, in that time where a lot of people are traveling. If you have not completed your training yet, you can do your new member orientation wherever, as long as there's a Freedom Boat Club, you can complete your new member orientation. Just email me. I will leave my email in the chat box. I know it's also below. And just let me know whether or what dates you're going and then where you will be traveling. And then I will get you the information you need to get that training set up. Also, if you're going on the reservation system and you're noticing that there's not boats available and it's asking you to wait list, make sure you wait list yourself for those locations and call the number on the top of the reservation system and let them know that you have waitlisted yourself, because it's most likely that the clubs will be very kind and switch that over. But when a location only has, 10 boats and one reciprocal member makes a reservation, it's going to tell you that that reciprocal, it's already been maxed out, but that doesn't mean you can't take out a boat. Just call that club up directly and they'll switch that over for you. So don't forget to join our band. Don't forget to come to our events. We have also awesome events all summer long. Steven's going to touch on those a little bit later, but I'm going to pass it over to the one and only Steven, who makes this all possible, and we can't thank him enough for everything he does. Go ahead, Steven.
All right, everybody. Want to bring some news to everyone about the great things that are happening with the club. I just recently returned from a 20 group trip where I met with a bunch of club owners down in Dallas, and we were able to talk to corporate and got some updated data from them. And I'm still amazed with this company and how it's growing. The scale of this company is unrivaled anywhere around the world. I've never seen a business grow like this, where every day as a member, your membership is appreciating. Contrary to the boating industry, where you buy a boat, it depreciates when you drive it off the lot. When you join the club, your membership gets more valuable every single day. Take a look at some of these numbers. 34 new locations in 2023. And here's something to think about. When we started on Lake St. Clair in 2016, and I see a couple of names, Robert Haar, Larry Slavos, these are some of our original members. When we started in 2016, we had 4 boats, but we were part of a group that exceeded the 100 location mark, which just back then it was mind-boggling. 100 boat club locations around the country. Now we have 409 worldwide locations. 35 states have Freedom Boat Clubs in, and it's going to continue to grow. This European expansion that has taken place under the after Brunswick purchased us in 2019. In 2019 we had about 209 locations. Again, we've almost doubled in size since 2019. But they've made it a big push for these European locations, Australia, Scotland, France, United Kingdom. There's over 20 locations in Spain, Denmark, and I know there's many other locations that are currently on the map that are looking to be developed. The Caribbean, our first location in that area is Puerto Rico, which the pictures we've seen, we've just had a member that's visiting there recently. It's really amazing to see. If you're not taking advantage of the reciprocal benefits, you're missing out on a great part of this club. Is go visit the location, set your travel plans on the different areas. But look at some of these crazy numbers. Last year, we finished with over 60,000 members worldwide as part of Freedom Boat Club. And we're still scratching the surface on this. And it's a pretty even division. 27,000 of those members belong to corporate clubs. A little over 33,000 belong to the franchisees clubs. Now, the franchisees, and it's such a unique aspect of our business. We're owned by this multi-billion-dollar publicly traded corporation. And inside of it is all of these businesses that are, privately run by, franchise owners, many of which are really creative entrepreneurs that come from a diverse group of backgrounds. And our whole goal is to make boating fun for everybody. And that's, kind of the mentality that our team has, but you'll see it worldwide around the club. And one of my, when I started out in Jared's seat as the salesperson for the club, the biggest thing we always used to be concerned about and people saying is, oh, I'll never get a boat, and worrying about availability. Last year, Freedom Boat Club recorded over 600,000 boat trips worldwide in a year. That number is beyond mind-boggling. And it's just spectacular. It's a testament to the service of the clubs all around the world, what they've done. Take a look at this in Michigan. you know, this is what we've been able to accomplish here. Bay City's just getting started, and we kind of laugh when we were looking at numbers back in 2000 when we started 2016. We kind of ran the same thing, about 100 plus, boat trips. This year, we're going into our 8th year. We completed over 4,000 boat trips between the 4 locations. West Michigan, 2,900. Michiana, and just kind of follow the trajectory. Michiana's been in business 1 year longer than we are, and they've done over 5,700 trips. That's kind of where we expect to be next season, what has accomplished. We love looking at this data, and it's a big challenge every year. I know this award is Zhao Bing Yang and Ron Cash walked home with the trophy this year with the most reservations. And one of the things that we studied is that the average boat owner takes their boat out on 8 trips a year. And our members are going on 33 trips locally. And I know Steve Lovett right here, he's done many, many, many reciprocal locations. And I know many of these members have visited many clubs outside of our jurisdiction. And it's really a testament to see how committed your team is to getting people out on the water. This concern we had about people not being able to get on the water, I think that's, it's a fallacy. We get people out in every single day. Even if the boats are all booked up, you still have a 90% probability of getting on the water because our staff cares. We broke it down by location. This is kind of some unique things that we're taking a look at. Harrison Township is our flagship location with over 1,700 trips. Catching up quickly is St. Clair Shores. You'll be happy to know that we are expanding the number of wells that we have in St. Clair Shores. And yes, Tony Pets, Jared will be back for the pie eating contest. He's been working on that. But outings by month, kind of another interesting thing. In April, we had 39 trips, but you'll see how that just keeps increasing, and then it maxes out in July. And then you'll see that once we get past July, the trips start decreasing. And that was some critical data for us to look at in terms of boats and usage and how we're planning in your future trips. Also wanted to give you an idea of how the club's grown over the last since we started this thing in 2016. It's really amazing in terms of the membership and the trips that we're taking. We're now, thanks to Jared and the team and everything they've done, we finished 2023 with 423 members. And my expectation is we're at that stage where we're beyond the growth stage and we're now heading into a maturity stage. So those that, if you have somebody that is thinking about joining, you better tell them to join quick, because these rates for the new members are going to be going up. And we've kind of putting this word out is it's going to be a little tougher to get in the club, because this is kind of where we're at, this maturity stage where we've got a new marina that we have, and that we're just going to let this thing grow organically, as opposed to spending a bunch of money on marketing dollars. And so this is going to be an interesting time, an interesting year for the club. Again, we talked about the reciprocal benefits of the club. If you're not taking advantage of them, get on Spirit Airlines, get your trip, and get down south and start using the club. But our members took 724 boat outings outside of Lake St. Clair at 179 different locations. Florida was obviously the most popular place, but falling in 4th place was Saugatuck, Michigan. That was from the Michiana group, very popular location over there. We broke down the reciprocal uses by all the different clubs. These are clubs that visited our location, had 528 visitors go on boat trips on Lake St. Clair. And just think of the impact that has on the business community of Lake St. Clair and the surrounding businesses around the lake. Many from Florida, but we have them coming from all over the world. Portland to Oregon, Seattle they're coming from everywhere to our Great Lake, and almost to a person every time you get a new person on our lake. they're all amazed at. One is the service they get from our staff, the quality of our fleet, and also the exceptional beauty of our lake. As Lake St. Clair is like no other place in the world. Gives you an idea where our members are coming from. They're coming from far out, as out in Ann Arbor, down to Toledo, downriver, and then they're all packed in. Our Grosse Pointe area is a big area. Rochester, Michigan, Macomb County. We're really starting to develop up in the northern end of the state with the northern end of our territory up in the Algonac St. Clair area, and those are going to continue to grow as we keep. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. Hang on. Then give you a little idea of the cost of owning the Freedom Boat Club. Inventory cost last year was in excess of $3 million. That's our cost. The retail cost is in excess of $4 million. And I just posted this recently in the Band app. I was walking around the St. Pete Boat Show looking for new boats to buy you guys. And there's our Sea Ray 250 just sitting there, $150,000 retail price. Our Cobias are, $130,000. Most of our fleet is over $100,000 retail. Our least expensive boat is going to, retail at about $60,000. At the peak, as I think Adam said, we were around 53 boats. Again, increased from 41 in 2022. One of the other concerns that Jared and I talk about with member referrals, half of the members in this club are referred by other members. And we encourage that. We love to have new members coming in that are referred by other members because they get it. There's no hard sell. All those questions that people have, they've already been on the boats with our members. And the one thing that we're committed to is more members equals more boats. Likewise, our referral program. If every member you refer that joins, you get a free month. Refer 6 in our calendar year, and you're going to get a free year. Now, we're also going to be launching a new program this year for our referral program. Every time you refer a member that joins, you're going to be put into a raffle. And at the end of the year, we're going to pick one name out of that raffle, and whoever's name is picked, they will get a free year for the next year. No monthly dues for a year. So those are some things that we're doing on our end to encourage referrals, but also to award you for those referrals. Another big change to our business this year, we were one of 3 franchises that Brunswick invited us to participate in the launch of Boat Class. Now, Boat Class is a company Brunswick started 2 years ago where they're providing essentially our new member orientation training, on the water training to the general public. So if you know somebody that owns a boat that needs training, have them reach out to us. This is very affordable. As I talked about earlier, Travis was appointed by Brunswick to take the lead on their social media. And remember, Brunswick launched this business in 2 years ago. And at that time had 483 followers. After Travis got done with them on Facebook, we had over 28,000 followers. Our most viewed video had under 832 views. And it was the human trim tab video. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to have Travis post that up into the Band app tonight so you can take a look at it. It was one of my favorite videos we did last year, and a really unique view on it in terms of the balancing of a boat and how that affects it. Another big thing we started last year that has now created a worldwide movement, and I don't kid around about that, is we started the season last year, and one of the major issues that we were hearing is that the Coast Guard and the Sheriff's Department stopped pulling logs and other hazards from the waterway. They were just going to let them float out there for whatever reason. Some politician made the decision that it was too difficult or for the Coast Guard and the Sheriff to take on that role. So our team got together, we started talking about this, and sure enough, we ended up starting this group where when we were able to find hazards, we would go out, we would either mark them or remove them, and did a really wonderful job. One of the big things that happened last year, and many of you heard me screaming and hollering about the firecracker. It's a 2,200 foot wall that's underwater, rock wall underwater, that was damaging numerous boats. Last I heard reported, over 60 boats hit this thing in 2022. And it was a battle, but with the help of some other boaters in our community, retired Coast Guard, as well as the media, we did end up getting the Coast Guard to mark the firecracker wall. By all reports, we only heard that 2 boats hit it last year. Both were following the Jobby Nooner events out at Gull Island, but it was a testament to the team and really kicked off our hazard mitigation team. Other things we marked there's a shipwreck or a barge right in the Belvedere Bay. We marked the shallow waters at Browns before they had a chance to. The giant rock, that's Captain Splash in there. There's this giant rock out in front of McEnrace that it was taking out, numerous boats, outdrives, lower units, props. And, we finally went out and we just marked it. After nobody else did, we did it. We did the first Clinton River cleanup. But, think about this. As a community, we pulled 124 logs out of Lake St. Clair last year. And that's all that we were able to record, that were posted pictures onto the Facebook group. And it was an exceptional, just a great year. We heard from the No Wake representative. He did a seminar for us on No Wake, which is kind of like a navionics. But he told us, because of the movement that we started, this is a movement that is going around the country between other Freedom Boat Clubs, as well as private boaters getting involved, making the boating safer for everyone. Travis started the Facebook page for a hazard mitigation group. If you're not on that, get on that. And that we have over almost 3,000 people that are currently involved in that. Oh, shit. Just some of the logs that you saw pulled from here, some of our biggest accomplishments. The team, we had our enhanced muscular team over here. We pulled it. It really doesn't, the picture doesn't do justice to how big that log was. You see the log in the middle here that Travis and a group of guys pulled. This was a gigantic tree that we pulled out of the lake. Many of our members got in the action, and it just was it ended up being a really fun thing for all of us to get involved in. The Clinton River cleanup. Now, if all goes as planned, we did one last year, and we pulled a ton of material out of the Clinton River. That's our Captain River beer over there on the right-hand side. We can't talk about him because corporate slapped our hand for that comment, but that's okay. But we filled up an entire dumpster full of garbage just in one day, with about 5 boats and about 20 volunteers out cleaning stuff out of the river. Had an absolute blast. We ended up at the beer garden, the Octopus Beer Garden afterwards, and had dinner. And just a great event. I would like to do another one this year at the beginning of the season, because that's where a lot of the debris is in the Clinton River that ends up in the lake. So keep your eyes out for that. Huge impacts on the businesses around the lake. As Jared commented, is the business impact that our company's had. And one of my mantras with this company is the power of Freedom Boat Club. It's a group of like-minded people looking to do right in the community. And this is what we can have and what we can do around this area. Another big change from last year. We now own our own marina. It's right here at the Michigan Marine Salvage location. It's going to be about a 2-minute boat ride from the mouth of the river. So I know a lot of you will be happy about that. It's an older marina, as Adam mentioned. We've got a lot of work to do, but you're going to see some major improvements in the quality of the boats. One of my big pet peeves in this business is green bottom boats. I can't stand looking at them. We now have a boat lift that we can clean these boats and get them done immediately. This is going to be a great place for our members to experience, just the joy of freedom. We're going to be able to put a lot of boats in that location and, and service and maintain quite a bit of our fleet. Events, that was a huge thing that we were able to develop post-COVID. My favorite event of the year is the lake tours, but we did, and we're going to continue to do. We just finished up. Captain Karen did a navigation shallow water tour, which talked about all the danger spots on Lake St. Clair. We're going to do another Navionics and Simrad training. Really fun events. If you haven't done the lake tours, make sure you get involved in these. They're great events for you to get out on the water, meet other members. But the biggest thing is seeing the danger spots. That's a lot of what we talk about is the danger spots. You also get to see the captains operating the boats in kind of tricky waters and their areas to go into. But overall, it's just fun. We always visit a couple of restaurants. These are just a number of the different things: the Parade of Lights, Fish Fly Festival, Girl Scouts, the fishing derby. That's a big event for me. And I know a lot of you donated, and we raised close to, I believe it was $4,000 we donated in fishing equipment to the Harrison Township Fishing Derby. Other things that we've done, I mean, it's a ton. This is where, we love our members, and the members show us back. Al Coleman, you see him out there, he driving up and down that river and out in the lake. He actually put that banner on a kite, and he flies it around the lake. Al's a big supporter of our club. As we said, we went through some of the metrics. Our two big heavy users, Ron Cash and Zhao Bing, they were huge 33 trips on Lake St. Clair. Most popular boats were the Crown Line and the Tahoe, the Entertainer. Adam Manchester, also Captain River Beer, had the first dip. Now we're added a new contest here as the first boat out. So that's already been a lot of banter going right back and forth about that. Al Coleman, that has most spirit. And Charles Bristol is almost, twice a week, he's out on the water fishing. And, another thing, Charlie's a retired guy. I'm certain if you're looking to learn how to fish, Charlie would be happy to help you out. And we have a lot of retirees that actually go out on the boat by themselves. So another thing we'd like to develop this year and do a better job on is our boating buddy program. And then, everybody knows our celebrity, Mr. Nick down here. If you see him on the dock, just ask him where he's going, and he's going to hand signal you to that he's going to go boating, and then he'll tell you he likes to go see big boats. So every time you see Nick, make sure you say hi to him. If you see him out on the water, wave to him. He gets very excited to see everybody. These are all the different businesses that we supported this year. I mean, these are companies that provide a service to us, but we also pay. And, it really is a testament to our company and what the reach that we've had in all these different businesses. They also support us, and we support them. And we've been really working on this karma marketing with Travis and supporting all the businesses around our area. We can't thank them enough. If you get a chance to attend it, need something, and attend the restaurants, that's really big what we're doing. We've got our Novi Boat Show coming up as I'm getting ready to wrap up here. That's March 14th through the 17th. That'll be probably the last time that we're going to be offering any deals on going into this season. So if you know somebody that wants to join, make sure they get in before that Novi Boat Show. Here's our team. This is really, those that are present right now here are Jared, General Manager, Taylor, Assistant General Manager, Travis, Social Media Director. Our new hire this year is Sean, who's taken over a lot of and helping me just a ton on building the business side of the operation. Adam, I can't say enough about the young man. He's a young guy, took on a lot of responsibility when Nick took on the job at Suzuki. And, and I'm proud to say that those 4,000 plus boat trips we did last year, we did not miss one reservation. And, many of you don't know that work that's going behind the scenes. Captain Karen is our director of she's our chief captain and puts all this stuff together and does a great job with the teaching aspect of the club and teaching our captains and teaching our members how to drive boats. Please reach out if you need more training. That's what we're here for. That's a really big thing on what we're doing. Paul always locks down the Detroit dock, and he serves as a dock manager and a captain and does a really nice job. Hunter Velger is another young man that, his family's been in the marine industry for over 100 years on Lake St. Clair. And, we promoted him to dock manager last year, and we're looking for him to do great things. Tim came on, mid-season last season and really has taken on a nice role for us and do a tremendous job helping out Adam. But this is what you guys want to know. This week, we had our first delivery of the boats in 2024. We had 3 brand new boats brought to us. And as you know, is we're always looking for different manufacturers, that we're looking for nicer boats, good deals. And we purchased 3 brand new 2024 Godfrey Tritoons. I think you're going to love them. A lot of room. You can put a lot of people on them. And with that said, I'm going to open it up to questions. So if anybody, either throw it in the chat or unmute yourself, and we'll try to handle as many questions for the next 20 minutes or so that we can. And again, I want to thank all of our members for your support, and same thing with our staff. Mr. Pets, anything from you?
Thank you, Stephen.
Oh, you're on mute.
Hello.
Fire away.
I'm hearing a back. Okay. Hopefully there's no echoing. All right. So this is Diedrich and Kiana Hall, and we're excited. This is our first season with you guys, so very exciting times. We were hoping to get our certification and stuff done like in Florida. We were planning to, but never got a chance to get off the ground with that. So now that the season is coming up, I'm assuming all those orientations and so forth are getting booked. Just want to make sure they're available and how we should go about securing that so we can be ready when it's time for water.
Kiana, and just so because Taylor's going to be scheduling that stuff, so reach out to Taylor. What our goal is that we're going to start, as soon as the weather breaks, and we're confident we're not going to get another freeze. Usually that's the first week of April. We start launching the boats and doing the training. So most of those trainings are going to take place at the new location. And I did see another question coming out that yes, is the new marina will be replacing Lambrick, so we'll be moving over to the new marina.
All right,
Jared,
great.
you want to handle the app question?
Yeah.
Steve,
so
is there any?
oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask on the new location. Is there a gas at that location, or still filling up at Land's End and?
Yeah, so we're and again we're working out. There's, as you might know, it's an older marina, a lot of details to work out. There's no gas at the marina, but you're right next door to Land's End and Roy's. Now we're still working out the logistics if we can manage getting the boats filled up. So we'll keep you. My hope is that we will be filling the boats up because I know that to me is a big inconvenience for members, and I want to, if at all possible, we're going to be trying to fill up the boats if we can work it out. But it may be something that we have to do mid-season. But we're getting those plans worked out right now.
Gotcha. Thank you.
As far as the app goes, yeah, there's, the app will definitely be making a comeback for those members that are, more legacy members and operated in the Freedom Boat Club app before we, migrated over to the new reservation system. Freedom Corporate does have all the intentions of bringing the app back to life, and it shouldn't be that hard. Just working out, all of the kinks and bugs of the new reservation system inside of Salesforce, so that once they roll out the app, there should be, no bugs, no nothing, and it should be also extremely more capable with a lot more value packed inside of that app for Freedom members once it rolls out. So it's something that they're, ongoing developments at all times. They thought that maybe at the end of last year it would roll out, but it's not looking like that because of the capacities that they're looking for the app to serve, which, I don't know if anyone knows about the Blue Rewards or different things that you're exposed to as a Freedom Boat Club member. And we'll continue to look into that and get you more information on the Blue Rewards program. That basically means if you're a Freedom member, Brunswick does a lot of different business with large corporations as well, and they want to expose Freedom Boat Club members to, those benefits that they can extend and the value they can extend, discounts. I know they talked about if your phone service is AT&T, well, that's what Brunswick uses at their corporate level. And if you're a Freedom Boat Club member, you might get discounts on your AT&T phone service and different things like that. So the app is supposed to kind of include everything into one, not just be able to reserve boats in the app, but utilize the app and leverage the app for, different things that will give you benefits and value at other companies and discounts and so on and so forth. So it's a really big rollout. And I know that the tech team has talked about the end of this year or early next year. We can't speak definitively on it, but once it comes, it's going to be a really big value to the members as well, and you'll be able to make reservations on the app again.
All right. We got somebody's got a hand up. Ron and Ada, go ahead.
Hey, Steve, Jared, how are you guys?
Good.
Two questions. First one, are we still offering the discount if we prepay for the season in advance?
Yes.
And second question would be, is there any future plans to move inland to some of the inland lakes? I heard some, a little bit of here and there the last couple of years, but nothing definitive.
Jared, I'll handle the second one first and let you take the first one. In terms of our club expansion, this is, one of my plans was this year is I was looking to, add another location in. We then had the marina come up, which was an opportunity we did not want to pass on. So we're going to be focusing on adding the new marina this year. In terms of growth, the north end of our territory is Port Huron, the mouth of Lake Huron. The south end of our territory is Gibraltar, the mouth of Lake Erie. We also have, as part of our territory, most all of the counties, the surrounding counties in terms of, Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, Washtenaw, St. Clair. Those are all in our territory. So our original plan, as we're going to keep going, is we're probably going to develop either downriver Gibraltar or Port Huron next in the next year or two. And then the next year or the year after, we're going to develop the other side. So either it's going to be one of the two and then there. Then we're going to start looking at possibly some of the inland lakes. Cass Lake is a lake that I've been keeping a close eye on out in Oakland County. The biggest challenge that we have in inland lake locations is they don't have the capability of handling our growth. It's a challenge that we're looking at. It will something that we will continue to watch and figure out a feasible alternative to put in there. But I can't put I never want to open a location if I can't have at least 6 boats there, and then you're growing up to at least 10 boats. That just doesn't serve our membership. It's difficult for us to staff docks that don't have that many. But we're certainly going to keep our eye out. That would be the first lake that we probably develop would be Cass Lake. And then Jared, on the prepay, the answer is 100% yes. I'm going to let Jared fill you on the details on what that is. Go ahead, Jared.
The details is yes. If you prepay your monthly dues, historically we offer a month off. And there's been also times where, let's say your prepayment isn't due until July, and you want to prepay it at the beginning of the year, we've offered added incentive to do that as well. So if your prepayment isn't up and you technically don't have to prepay to get a month off until July, but in the off season you wanted to do that early, we've offered additional savings as well. So you're more than welcome to reach out to myself or Sean. Sean is going to be the one that sends over the invoice, processes the payment and stuff. So reaching out to Sean would probably streamline it. You can reach out to me. I can give you the details, but then you would be passed over to Sean to actually process the prepayments and stuff like that. So reaching out to Sean would streamline your ability for the prepayment discount instead of paying, your monthly dues.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. Great answers. Appreciate it.
All right. Anybody else? Well, on that, I'd like to thank everybody again for taking the time out of your night. We finished up in exactly 1 hour, which was the goal. So go enjoy your dinner, and then keep an eye on what we're doing. I'm going to probably have another one of these right after it's either before or after the Novi Boat Show, where we're going to have some, more information following the national conference, and then more information as we get closer to the season on what we've got going on. But I'm looking forward to buying more boats. Adam's looking forward to maintaining and getting ready more boats. And the only way we can do that is by keep growing the club, guys. So thanks, everybody. Have a great evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I wanted to know if anyone in here was